The TJX or TJ Maxx Rewards Platinum Mastercard. These are my pros and cons of this card. So, I got this card in 2019. I do not remember what my initial credit limit was, but the actual limit that you can, the max you can get on this card is $10,000, and I am currently at that max. So in the 4 year period, I've had 2 credit limit increases. I had the initial amount that I got when I first opened the card, and then I got my final and last credit increase about 2 years ago, and that was for the max of $10,000. So some of the pros to this card is that it can be used at 5 stores in particular. The TJ Maxx store, of course, Marshall's, Home Goods, Sierra, and HomeSense. And you can earn extra points. You earn 5 points for every dollar you spend at one of these stores. And so that's one of the pros. And you also earn credit, like $10 certificates for every $1,000 you spend, or every 1,000 points that you earn $10, which can only be spent at these stores, one of these 5 stores. Another pro to this card is it's a Mastercard, so you can use it anywhere that Mastercard is accepted. The next pro is that you can get your free Vantage credit score once a month. And the last pro for me is the fact that you can add up to 6 authorized users on this card, and it does report. So that part is beneficial. So like I said, this card has a $10,000 max and limit on it for me right now. So all of my authorized users, they're showing that they have a $10,000, credit card. And it shows the utilization, which is very low on this card for me right now. So some of the cons of this card is that the interest rate is 31.99%. Yes, you heard me right. The interest rate on this card is 31.99% for purchases. The cash advance interest rate is 29.99%. Like I mentioned before, one of the pros is that, you can use the rewards at one of these 5 stores, and that's also one of the cons. If you earn the rewards, you can only use them at one of these 5 stores. You can't use them for travel. You can't use them to be redeemed towards your balance or anything like that. And that's one thing I absolutely do not like about this card, because sometimes TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I never go in any of these other stores, Home Goods, Sierra, and HomeSense. They just don't have anything that I want or need at that time. So I'm just sitting around to use these certificates, or I go in and I just spend it just to spend it, so I don't forget that I actually have it. All right. Again, one of the cons is that you earn 5 points for every dollar you spend in these stores. And if it's not a store that you frequent all the time, then that can be a con, because, you're not earning the maximum amount of points that you can, because you don't shop in that particular store. Another con that ties into that is the fact that you only earn 1 point for every dollar you spend outside of one of these 5 stores. So you can use the card wherever Mastercard is accepted, but if you're using it outside of one of these 5 stores, you're only earning 1 point. Versus if you use it in one of these 5 stores, you earn 5 points for every dollar that you spend. So yes, those are the pros and cons of the TJX or TJ Maxx, Platinum Mastercard. For the most part, I like this card. Is one of the ones I use a lot, because it's one that I actually get, a benefit from, because I am earning points and I can use it in the store, that certificate for something. But other than that, the interest rate is not, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. So I try to keep this card completely paid off when I do actually use it. But I would give the card, maybe a 7 out of 10 if I had to rate it. And of course, like a lot of these other department store cards, I got this card because I got a 10 or 20% discount for initially opening up the card. So I hope that this was helpful. If you're thinking about getting one of these TJX cards, or if you have one, maybe that some of the information I shared will help you utilize this card better. Thank you all for listening.